Wesley Shine drop step turnaround jumper
to Scott. Scott throws it down with a right-hand slam. Kept alive by Landisberg, tips it ahead to Farrakhan. He's going to throw it down with a one-hand jam.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly.
And now they're reading to me. You know, it's definitely remarkable to see how fast they grow.
Maybe I'll snap that side. Now I'm back in.
They're going to say that's a catch. Chase Minifield, and it holds up, has his second pick of the day.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Matt Snyder, number 14 on the football team.
And I'm Matt's little brother, Jake Snyder, number 90 on the football team.
We have a lot of highlights for you on today's show. But first, here's your play of the week.
When you have sometimes a team that, is taking its lumps a little bit, then the only way to bring yourself out of that mindset is to say, you know what, I have enough faith in you that we're going to go for it in this down, we're going to get it.
Barrick is out of the shotgun. Play clock winding down. Got the snap block just in the nick of time. Barrick fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Coulter Phillips comes out wide open, and Virginia strikes first. It's 6-0.
Coming to the game, we wanted to use those shifts and motions to create some kind of confusion and to help our guys get open. So, my first two reads in the progression weren't there, but Cole was wide open in the end zone, so all I had to do was put it on him.
On fourth down, Mike London gambles, and it pays off with the game's first score.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
Tackle. He's got room in front. He's going to the 10. 5. Touchdown.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. Our football team hosted the Miami Hurricanes on Saturday.
Let's check out the game story.
Fourth down this season, 5 of 13. Barry, the lone setback. Harris going to throw. The cross pattern incomplete. He was trying to find his man, LaRon Bird. So, on first down, it's a toss sweep coming to the near side. Cooper breaks a tackle. He had some green in front of him, and now he's dragging a host of defenders past the 20. It was a 10-yard pickup. Here's a play-action pass. Corey Harris going to air it out. He's going way downfield. Ball going to be intercepted. Chase Minifield comes down with it.
We were in base defense, and I think the guard tried to pull out, and I just had good takeoff, and the tackle tried to block down on me, and he just didn't get there, so I was kind of free.
Hopefully, Ja'Cory will rest, will get what he, get the treatment that he needs and be back, because he's a team leader for that team, and a very good player and good person.
It's going to be a handoff, no, a play-action pass. Verica dumps it off to his tight end. Coulter Phillips across the 31. He's cut down across the 35. Offset I formation. Verica takes the snap. He's 5 of 7 today. Play-action pass. He steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle, completes it to Bird. Bird's across the 25. Tiptoes the sideline, out of bounds at the 23. Got the snap off just in the nick of time. Verica fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Coulter Phillips comes out wide open, and Virginia strikes first. It's 6-0.
Motioned in our receiver into the boundary, who I think was Matt Snyder. And then I think when that happened, maybe there was some miscommunication on the part of their secondary. So, which was our intention. Coming to the game, we wanted to use those shifts and motions to create some kind of confusion and to help our guys get open. So, my first two reads in the progression weren't there, but Colt was wide open in the end zone, so all I had to do was put it on him.
When you have sometimes a team that, is taking its lumps a little bit, then the only way to bring yourself out of that mindset is to say, you know what, I have enough faith in you that we're going to go for it in this down, we're going to get it.
Back backup if Harris was sidelined. It is Whipple. Here's a reverse coming to the near side. Travis Benjamin with room in front of him. He's got speed to burn. He's across the 40 of Virginia to the 35-30. Knocked out of bounds at the 28. Hankerson left wide. Straight drop back. The left-handed quarterback throws it over the middle. Intercepted off the deflection by Mosley. He's across the 10 to the 15. Still racing ahead across the 30. Here he goes across the 40. He's to the 50 and finally dragged out from behind inside Miami's side of the field. Decent for Miami. Out of the shotgun. Verica throws over the middle. That ball's complete. It's hauled in by Snyder across the 30. He's to the 29 of Miami. Bird along with Inman. Here's a toss coming to the near side left. Payne breaks a tackle. He's got room in front. He's going to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Virginia. Keith Payne takes it to the end zone from 30 yards out. It's 13-0.
The line and the running backs today, they were tremendous, and then the receivers too. Everybody was physical in the running game, and I think that's why we won the game.
Whipple will go out of the shotgun again. Virginia rushes 4. Pocket collapses. He throws over the middle, almost intercepted. Oh, Chase Minifield had a shot at it. Virginia rushes 4 again. Steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Ball tipped into the hands of Rodney McLeod. He's got blockers in front, goes down at the 42, and that is the 3rd interception of the ball game for this Cavalier defense.
A lot of plays were made in practice this week. We felt like we were on top of their routes. We knew everything. A lot of film session helped this week, and it was just a good play by Coach Reed to call Tampa 2, and I was just right there to make the play.
He wouldn't even show up on the depth chart. Quick pass to Hankerson. Hankerson will make the grab. He's wrestled down in the backfield by Darnell Carter. Miami 4-down lineman. They're going to rush 4. Verica looks to throw. Far sideline. Ball's caught there by Inman. His defender had fallen to the turf. He's inside the 35 to the 34.
To give up no sacks to a team that is one of the leaders in the country in sacks is significant. And so my hat goes off to Ron Mattis, the offensive line coach, and all those guys that play up front, because that is, until I found out about it, that is something that you say, man, that's impressive.
Ball on the left hash mark of the 30. Verica's under center on a delayed give. He gives to Jones. Jones cuts that left side again. He's got an opening across the 23 to the 22. Throws on the stiff arm and picks up another Wahoo first down. Hodges to hold. Snap is up. Hold is down. Kick is up. It's got the distance. That ball is up, and it is good. So Robert Randolph from 32 yards out bangs it home, and Virginia leads it now 17-0. Moore's dropping back to throw here as he's going to lob this one to the end zone. Ball is almost intercepted. Did Minifield get his feet down? He came away with a football. Still no signal.
They're talking about it.
Yes! They're going to say that's a catch. Chase Minifield, if it holds up, has his second pick of the day. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. Keith Payne surges to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
And today, we played a style that was good enough to hang on to beat a very, very good football team. A fast team, an athletic team, regardless of who was in the game.
It's been a long time since Virginia won an ACC game, but they will do it here today. Virginia will take a knee. They upset the Miami Hurricanes 24-19. The Cavaliers winning it.
I can't tell you how proud I am. I can't tell you how proud of the effort that you guys gave. Not a lot of people give us any credit for this season or for this team. But we won a game that can be a signature game for this program. Love you, coach. How many points? 24. Let's go. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On behalf of the team, coach, your first ACC win, we want to give you the credit.
Third-year safety Dom Joseph is an important part of our defense.
And as we'll see in this next story, Dom is also important to a lot of kids in the Charlottesville community.
As a safety, you know, you're in the back, in the middle of the field, so you're in the play all the time and you have a chance to be everywhere. And the safety is more like the quarterback of the defense, so you're making all the calls. As a corner, you're receiving the calls. You know, you can look back to your safety and be like, yo, what's this, what's this? Well, now I'm telling the corners, hey, yo, the play's this, the play's this. Me and Coach Dex, we got a good relationship. You know, he keeps it real with you. You know, he'll tell you when you're doing bad and
man, come on, play the technique, man. Don't start doing your own stuff out there, boy.
He'll tell you when you're doing good. The main thing I like, he says, don't take his coaching personal, because he's a real passionate guy. He just pushes you. He pushes you. Even when you do something good, you know, he might bat a ball down, but he'll be jumping up and down. Man, pick the ball off, you know? And he wants all of us to be the best that we can be, and that's what I like about him. No matter how good you do, you're always going to have adversity in a year, in a season. Brace yourself for the bad, deal with it, persevere, stick with your team. That's what we got to do. Stick together as a team and we'll be fine. I've been working with Ace for about 3 years now. We go into an elementary school. We basically tutor/mentor kids, talk to them a little bit, get involved in their lives a little bit, and be a good role model for them. Show these kids, if you work hard, you do your grades, there's good stuff waiting for you on the other side when you get older. I know all the kids in the class, and a lot of these kids I had in kindergarten last year. I like kids, I have fun with them, so it's not hard for me to establish a relationship. It's definitely rewarding to see from then when they couldn't read to now where they're reading to me. Like last year I used to read to them and now they're reading to me. You know, it's definitely remarkable to see how fast they grow.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health Systems.
Our ACC champion wrestling team officially started practice this week.
And Cavalier Sports Weekly was there with head coach Steve Garland.
In order to win the ACC championship, we had to have a full team effort, and we got that. We had a lot of guys that were kind of unsung heroes throughout the year, guys like Bo Fisher and Jack Danilkowitz, guys that, Matt Snyder, guys that maybe didn't get the press that some other guys did because of their national ranking, and Brent Jones and Chris Henrik. These are guys that people knew about all year. Guys like Sean Harris. These are the guys that came out of nowhere, quote unquote, out of nowhere at ACCs and did some great things that helped us win. We had everybody finish in the top 4 at the ACC championship, which is extremely hard to do, all 10 weight classes. So for me, the biggest thing was a complete team effort. Even though wrestling's technically an individual sport, there's a team component. And I think that now that tournament's happened, that culture, that unity, that synergy of a team is going to stick.
Okay, here we go. We talk about closing the gap, busy hands. Well, what's going to happen when we get beat? So I'm in here and I try my best. My best way to close the gap is my jab series. As I come in, let's say he beats me to the punch. Now I'm here, right? There's a couple options. For me, I'm going to come back, chop it off, hands inside. We talked again about rotating it off your head, right? Maybe I'll snap that side. And then I'm back in. You got to fight for position, or you can't just do something that feels comfortable on your strong side. When somebody weighs on my head here, I got another option. I can rotate it off. I have to be able to clear that tie, though. We got to force ourselves to drill things we're not comfortable with. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3.
Our team, geez, we got a lot of talent. We're a good team, I think. I think we're, obviously I'm biased, but I feel like it's one of the best teams we've ever put together. Right now, the big if is always going to be just injuries. If we can stay healthy, if we can keep our guys as healthy as possible, we're going to be very tough to beat. We've got some very, very good guys. We've got guys that have been to nationals, that have tasted victory out there. So we should do a great job if we stay healthy. I like to attack at that cap and pinch it so he can't scramble, you know? That's good. Nice. That's good.
Arms in the right position, lock in the right position, shoulder in the right position. 1, 2, 3. Clear it all the way up.
On some of my shots, I've been ended up. Do I want to end up here, or is it just when I come up, be down here?
Right there. That's it. That's where you want to hit.
Yeah.
So you can start high as long as you shift it back down. Yeah.
John Paul Jones Arena, flat out, is the most beautiful arena I've ever seen. I can't wait to go in there and wrestle, and I can't wait to see the look on our alumni's faces when they see us compete and they see the joy in our kids' faces to be in that building. Wrestling sometimes gets treated like second-class citizens, and that's not the case here at Virginia. We're very blessed, we're very lucky. The John Paul Jones Arena is going to provide an atmosphere that's unparalleled in the sport of wrestling this year.
Coming up after the break. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
This was another important week for our soccer program.
On Thursday, it was senior night as our women's team took on NC State.
You know, it's tough when you give up a goal like we did in that first 3 minutes. That you know, we made it difficult for ourselves at times. You know, we spotted them a goal, and we didn't take our chances well in the first half in particular. I thought we responded well to going down a goal, and, you know, we created enough chances to get the win. It's hard to contain her. One-on-one, she just got past the one kid, and you know, she did a great job finishing it. She's really saved us on a couple occasions. Just provided a good spark for us.
On Friday, our men's swimming and diving team held their first home meet of the 2010-2011 season.
Prior to the start, the teams honored former Virginia All-American Fran Crippen, who unexpectedly passed away last Saturday.
In Fran's senior year, his dream was to captain his team to 4 straight conference championships. And we got into the last night and we were losing. I told them that day in my talk to the team before we went out on the pool deck, for 25 plus years I've been a team first coach. And all I've ever talked to you guys about was winning for the team in the University of Virginia. And I said, your captain, Fran Crippen, is a team-first captain. Today, we're going to win this title for Fran Crippen instead of the University of Virginia, and you're going to put an F and a C on your chest right below the point on the V. And this is the first time since then. I can't say enough for the sportsmanship, the class, the integrity of the young men and the coaching staff at the Naval Academy, for them to feel the way they felt and then to perform the way they performed. I just have the greatest amount of respect and love for that coaching staff and that group of men and what they represent for our country. And yes, Fran was representing his country to the final stroke. I am very impressed with my team. They have been strong since this happened. They've grieved. They're not finished grieving. None of us are. But I think there's something about this group, and we've noticed it from day one this season, that there's a real cohesiveness, there's a real closeness, there's a real sense of purpose. And I think that swimming for Fran, and I believe they'll swim for Fran all year long, I think that's something that means a lot to them. I believe they want to represent and swim and train the way Fran did. And so that's my dream for them. If they can have his courage, his focus, his tenacity, his love of the sport, his just carry themselves with the grace and the happy personality and the confidence that he did every day, we don't have to win swim meets. We're going to be winners regardless.
In other Cavalier sports action this week,
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly.
ACC play begins this week with field hockey and women's soccer.
And our football team travels to Duke to take on the Blue Devils.
We'll be back next week with coverage of those games and more. So until then,
go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.